Hello everyone and welcome. If you've crafted with me before, I'm so glad to have you back. And if you're new here, I'm excited to have you join us. I'm Becca, the maker behind Novae Makers Mart, where I create digital projects for at-home cutting machines like Cricut or Silhouette. Today we're making a full paper computer desk, complete with a mini monitor, keyboard, and matching chair. It's a fun, detailed little build that's perfect for crafters, tech lovers, or anyone who appreciates a good desk setup. It's part of a brand new collection of over 80 designs I've been working on, and this is project number 12 in the series. Since I have so many new projects to share, and patience has never been my strong suit, instead of slowly rolling these out, I've decided to challenge myself to post 3 new 3D projects every day at 9 a.m., 3 p.m., and 8 p.m. Eastern Time Zone. Make sure you subscribe and check back often so you don't miss out on any of the fun. As always, all of the projects I share are available on my Etsy, and you'll find the link for this one right at the top of the video description. We're going to start by making the top of the desk. So grab your largest brown layer that looks like this and fold along all of the score lines. Since I'm using 110-pound cardstock, I'm going to use my bone folder to make sure I really get nice creases. Once that's all set, we're going to make some support beams for the inside of the desk so that it's sturdy. There are 3 identical layers that look like this. We're going to fold along all of the score lines and add some glue so that we end up with 3 little rectangles. The large brown layer has a score line in the middle. This is there so that we can use it as a guide to place our first support beam down. Add a line of glue on either side for the other 2 pieces. Next, we'll add glue along the top of the 2 outer rectangles and fold up the edges of the desk. Add a little dot of glue on the bottom to help hold this front piece in place. Then we'll add some more glue and close the top. This piece is meant to be a fun decorative mat for the desk, so I've cut mine out of this lined grid paper. and I'm just going to glue it right onto the desktop. Now set that aside, and we're going to build out our drawers. Take the light brown layer for the drawer and fold along all of the score lines. Add glue to each of the tabs and fold up the edges. Now let's repeat those same steps with our other drawer layer. These two small pieces will be our handles. Fold along the score lines and add some glue so that you have a little 3D triangle shape. Take the rectangle with the cutouts and add glue. We're going to glue this to the front of our drawer. Do the same thing for the other one. Add glue to the flat side of your handle and place it down in the middle of your drawer. Set those aside and grab the layer that looks like this and fold along all of the score lines. Just like we did for the drawers, we're going to add glue to each of the tabs and fold up the edges. Next, we want to glue these together, so add glue and press them down. These rectangles can be a little tricky because of how small they are, but we're going to carefully fold down the middle of each. Add some glue to the middle and attach one to each corner, noticing that there's a little bit of overhang on the bottom. Because this part has those little feet, I would definitely recommend making sure you're using at least 110-pound cardstock so that it doesn't bend or get too flimsy. Now we can put our drawers in. Find the two small rectangular layers that look like this and fit perfectly on either side of the drawer. We're going to use those to hide the seams and create a cleaner finish. This layer is for the back of the desk, so we'll fold along the score line and then attach it to our cabinet drawers by adding glue in this area. Add glue along this long tab and on top of the cabinet. Glue this rectangle down on top. You might be wondering why we aren't gluing the desktop down itself, and that's because this layer is just acting as yet another piece of support so that we have a sturdy finished project. Now we need to add the leg for the right side of the desk. Locate the layer that looks like this and fold along the score lines. Fold the edges up and add glue. Add a line of glue along the edge. and attach this right leg. Now, the last thing we need to do for the desk is add glue to the first piece we created and glue that down to the top. Now we have a cute little mini desk with working drawers. Let's set that aside so that we can make a chair. This is the layer for the back of the chair. If your paper is double-sided, you only need one of these, but if your paper is single-sided like mine is, you'll want to cut out two so that you can glue them back to back and have the pattern on both sides of your chair. These little black layers are going to be the bottom legs of the chair. Just like we did for the support beams in the desk, fold along all of the score lines and add glue to make 4 little rectangles. Now we'll do the same thing with this piece. This black layer wraps around one edge of that piece, so add some glue and put the tab side down first and glue all around the edges. Now let's put the chair legs together by taking this piece and gluing down one of the black rectangles to each edge. Add glue to the side that the black is wrapped around and insert that into the middle of the base. Add a dot of glue on top and grab the little piece that looks like it would adjust the chair height. We'll set that aside so that we can make the top of the chair. Grab your chair back and fold down all of these tabs. Add glue to the first few tabs and then grab our seat base and glue it down. Continue around adding glue to the tabs and gluing down the rest of the seat. Add glue all along the bottom, and then we're going to glue our black layer down so that we can hide all of those tabs. It's a little hard to see in the video, but the black layer has little score lines in the middle indicating where the center is. Use that as a guide so that we can attach the chair legs. And just like that, we have a cute little chair. Set that aside with our desk and let's work on all the fun little decorations for the top. We'll start by taking this rectangle layer with the center cut out and add glue to attach it to our computer screen. Now fold along the score lines of our black layer. We'll glue our rectangle to the inside of the black layer where the cutout is. And then fold up the edges so that we can add glue along the tabs to build our computer monitor. Now we need to make the base for the computer, so grab this little black layer and fold along the score lines. We'll add glue so that we end up with a little box with a cutout in the top. Grab the other small black layer and do the same thing by folding along the scores and gluing it all together. The only difference being that all of the sides of this one are solid with no cutouts. This piece will slide into the opening of the other one, so let's add some glue and stick it down. Add glue to the top and we'll stick it to our monitor. Notice on one of the longer sides of the monitor, there's a little score line. We'll use that to help us place the base right in the middle. Now we'll move on to the keyboard. Grab the layer that looks like this, fold along all of the score lines, and glue it together so that we have a long 3D rectangle. Fold along the score line of this layer and then grab our keyboard cutout. We're going to carefully add glue so that we can glue this layer down. Because of how small this piece is, it can get a little messy, so just make sure you have glue that dries clear and then it won't matter. Glue the thin rectangle to the top. And then we'll take this whole piece and glue it onto our 3D rectangle. For the glasses, I'm going to fold the ear pieces over and add a little dot of glue to keep them in place. To make the mouse for the computer, we'll take all the layers that look like this and glue them right on top of each other. The grayish silver layer will be second from the top, so that the detail on the mouse shows through. And then the last layer to be added to the mouse is the one with the little cutout on it. These little wavy black pieces are wires for the mouse and the keyboard. For now, I'm just going to set them aside while I assemble the frame. Insert the frame stand into the backing of the frame and add a little bit of glue to hold it in place. Add glue and then we'll attach this rectangle to the frame to hide the tab. Carefully add glue around the thin edges of this layer and then attach that to the frame as well. Grab our cactus and glue that right into the middle. Add a small dot of glue and place the flowers onto the frame. Last up is our notebook. Grab the outer layer of the notebook and fold down the middle, and then glue down this little rounded rectangle to the right hand side, which will be our cover. fold the other 2 layers down the middle, and then attach them all together by adding glue to each of the spines and putting them inside each other. Once it's all glued together, I like to trim the edges of the pages for a more even finish. Now we can put it all together and decorate the top of our desk. If you enjoyed this project, be sure to like and subscribe. It really helps, and I'd love to hear what you guys think in the comments. And don't forget to check back daily to see what's new. We've got so many more designs coming your way. Thanks for watching, and happy crafting, everyone.